of great slow motion shots there at the beginning of this video. I set my GoPro up by the water this morning. There was a bird. He was kind of over there walking around, and I thought, well, I'll set this up to see if I can catch something on video. And he took off full flight right across the view of the camera. Beautiful, beautiful slow-mo shot. And then there was a gentleman down there fishing, and I went down and asked if it was okay if I got a slow-mo picture of him casting that net. Oh, loved it. It's like I get something great every day here on video or pictures. And stick around for the end of the video because I saw some wildlife in person that I haven't seen in person here yet. It's a pretty cool little video at the end. So yesterday I posted a video and I said I would like for people to tell me if you own a business or if you're thinking about starting a business, what are your top 3 to 5 concerns? What's on your mind? And I wanted to talk about them. And one thing that was consistent about the replies I've received so far was marketing. And marketing in the craft industry, it's a little bit different, I think, than most industries because you're making things for people that are customized. When it comes to marketing, a lot of people tend to take the easy route and try to do the easiest marketing ideas they can. And what I can tell you is that if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it, and there would be a total market saturation. You wouldn't be profitable. It's very difficult. So in business, there's the old saying that I've gone by for many years, and that is nothing good comes easy. Now, my previous company, to a degree, that came easy because I loved doing it so much, and I had a passion for it. Talked about that the other day. And when you're that passionate and you love doing something that much, it makes it easy to put in all the time and all the hours, the thousands and thousands of hours that it took to do that and build that company. But when it comes to business and marketing, nothing good comes easy. And so if you're taking the easy route, you're going to reap less rewards than if you take more difficult things to do and go after them harder. And when they come to fruition, the fruit that it bears, it tastes a lot better. It's a lot sweeter. It's like a sense of accomplishment from doing something difficult. And when it comes to marketing, one of the easy things people like to do is giveaways. And I've never really been that big of a fan of giveaways because I just felt like it tended to attract a lot of people who just want something for free. They just want to win something. They're not interested in doing business with you, really. And I've always viewed giveaways in a limited form was good to kind of use as an incentive to reward a customer base you've already built, not something starting out. Now, there's people who use giveaways to attract followers and viewers on YouTube and other social media. And so there's probably mixed reactions about that. I'm just not a big fan of giveaways to market in that way, not as a key marketing component. Probably the thing I can say about marketing, especially when it comes to crafting and making customized items, you're making things for people. Typically in crafting, we're doing a lot of personalized or custom items for people. I talked about some of this in the video. I did a video a few weeks ago that you probably want to go back and watch. It's called How to Make $10,000 a Month with Your Cricut. And that was just flat out a lot of hard work, pounding the pavement, getting the orders, making the stuff, selling it, delivering it. It's a lot of hustle to do that. And by doing that, we built quite a following of local customers, and a lot of them became repeat customers buying custom items from us for different things, whether it was a cup with vinyl on it or an Easter bucket for a child or a memory block for someone who passed away. There was a lot of different things that we did that were custom, specific to the order the customer wanted. And that carries a lot more weight than making generic signs with kind of cool sayings or whatever, like you would buy at a Hobby Lobby or a Home Goods or somewhere like that. Anytime you try to make something in the hopes that someone's going to buy it, you're making something generic that appeals to a wide audience, hoping that it's going to appeal to someone, and those two things are going to come together and marry and create a transaction that's beneficial to both parties. That's a lot less common than you taking a custom order for someone and making something specifically for them. In this case, and in every sales position, every marketing sales position, you're selling yourself and your capabilities, not the product. And in crafting, what I could say is you should be trying to be genuine, be sincere, go out of your way for your customers. They will appreciate it. Most of them will, not all of them will. You can't make everyone happy, but selling yourself. And so when it comes to making custom items and crafting and things like that, the marketing aspect of it, a lot of it is build it as you go. As your business grows, you get to market more and more. Every time you sell something or every time you have an inquiry is an opportunity to market yourself. And when you can market yourself, that sells your products. One of the things, for me, it was always helping people. So I built a pretty large following, helping people online with computer issues, with design space issues, and learning Inkscape and learning Photoshop and some different things. And when I did that, they wanted to do more business with me. They wanted to work with me more. They wanted to come to conventions I was teaching at, to attend my classes. And so all of those efforts that I put in to work with people and help them built a following and built a marketing engine to sell the company, basically sell the products to these people, to sell myself, that they trusted me. Back in my consulting days, we used to use this kind of a funny saying. We'd tell new prospects and customers that our relationship was going to be based on trust. They would trust that we would do a good job for them, and we would trust that they're going to pay us. And it always got a little chuckle, but it was always true too. And so when we were fulfilling orders for people in my former company, it was a lot of trust-based relationship. People trusted us with their money and with their order, that we would do it quickly and correctly and get it out to them. And if we didn't, they trusted that we would take care of it for them, which we did. And we trusted that they would return to do more business with us, that they weren't going to scam us. We did have a few scammers, but not very many overall. I remember having one person who placed 5 or 6 different orders, in pretty close time frame. Every single order had a problem and they wanted something free out of it. And so my customer service people were pretty astute to that, and they noticed her name. They noticed the kind of odd things that they were complaining about. And after like 5 or 6 of them, I looked at the situation, called, got the information myself. And she said, instead of this, you sent me this. And we didn't even have that product. So I think she was probably scamming multiple companies and couldn't keep her lies straight, to be honest. And so I just politely asked her to take her business somewhere else. It's very obvious she was, basically wanting free stuff out of the relationship. And so I had to cut that off. Wasn't many of those. We really had very low fraud instances overall, considering the amount of business we did. You're going to have difficult people. You're going to have people who call you 6 months or a year after you make something and say there's something wrong with it. I've seen people say, show something that's physically damaged and say they have no idea how this happened. It just didn't. Those kind of people you have to deal with, and generally it's a small percentage of your audience, and the more you grow your business, the less significant that seems. If you sell your first 3 customers and one of them is a difficult person, it's like, oh my gosh, 1/3 of my people are trying to be difficult here. But if you've got 100 customers and 1 or 2 complain or have that kind of an issue, it's not that big of a deal, because you can either decide to take care of it if it's so minor, or you tell them that hey, that's been 6 months ago. I can't cover something like that just because your kid picked the vinyl off of their Easter bucket or whatever. But selling yourself, building your reputation, getting people to understand you're there, you're sincere, you're genuine, they can trust you, and all of that is the single biggest thing that you can do to market your business and yourself. So think about that and enjoy this little video here to end this.